Breaking news. Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur has just made a game-changing decision about Lewis Hamilton's surprising team radio troubles in Australia. This could be a defining moment for the seven-time champion as he adjusts to life at Ferrari, and the fallout from this could shape his entire 2025 season. So, what exactly went wrong between Hamilton and his engineer? What did Vasseur have to say about it? And, most importantly, how is Ferrari planning to turn things around before the next race in China? Stick around because we've got all the must-know details you won't want to miss. But before we dive in, make sure to like this video and choose subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest Formula One updates. The Australian Grand Prix was supposed to mark the thrilling beginning of Hamilton's journey with Ferrari, a fresh start filled with excitement and high expectations as he stepped into the iconic red suit. But instead of a dream debut, the race became a frustrating challenge. Unpredictable weather, tough strategic decisions, and, most notably, a heated and sometimes chaotic exchange over team radio between Hamilton and his new race engineer, Riccardo Adami, turned the event into anything but smooth sailing. Throughout the race, Hamilton's frustration was evident. He repeatedly asked his engineer to leave him to it, a clear signal that he felt overwhelmed by the constant stream of information from the pit wall. This was a stark contrast to his long-standing partnership at Mercedes, where he had spent over a decade working with engineers who knew his communication style inside out. Adjusting to Ferrari's approach was proving to be a challenge, and it showed on the airwaves. After the race, Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur addressed the issue head-on, acknowledging that Hamilton's radio exchanges were far from perfect. It was not a clean one at all, Vasseur admitted, recognizing that the flow of information between the pit wall and Hamilton was not ideal, especially during critical moments of the race when strategy decisions were being made. One of the most crucial moments came when Ferrari delayed bringing Hamilton into the pits for intermediate tires, a decision that ultimately cost him several positions. Was this a simple miscalculation, or did the confusion on the radio contribute to the costly mistake? Vasseur was clear in his response. He doesn't see this as a long-term issue, but rather a natural settling-in process, as Hamilton and his new race engineer learn to work together. It's the first race, the first time that we have to communicate between the pit wall and the car, Vasseur explained. He emphasized that Ferrari would take the necessary steps to improve communication, adding, "We need to find a better way to communicate between the car and the pit wall, but we will learn from race one, and it's not an issue." For Hamilton, communication with his race engineer is one of the most critical aspects of his driving experience. At Mercedes, he had a near telepathic relationship with Peter Bonington, Bono, his longtime engineer, who knew exactly when to give crucial information and when to step back and let Hamilton focus on driving. Now at Ferrari, that relationship doesn't exist yet, and it showed in Australia. The way Ferrari operates is fundamentally different from Mercedes. Internally, Ferrari's engineering department is also reviewing how strategy calls are made and relayed, particularly in races with unpredictable conditions. The delayed pit stop decision in Australia was a clear example of how miscommunication or hesitation can cost valuable positions. The team is now working on a streamlining decision-making, meaning that once a strategy call is made, it will be executed with immediate clarity on the radio, reducing hesitation and confusion. Furthermore, Ferrari is actively seeking feedback from Hamilton on every step of this process. Unlike a rigid top-down approach, the team is allowing Hamilton to shape how he receives information, giving him a role in customizing his communication style rather than simply expecting him to adapt to Ferrari's pre-existing methods. In summary, this isn't just about fixing a radio issue. It's about building a seamless communication flow between Hamilton and Ferrari, ensuring he can focus purely on driving while trusting that his engineer is giving him the right information at the right time. Essentially, Ferrari is going to adapt to Hamilton rather than forcing him to adapt entirely to their system. This is a significant shift, and it shows that Vasseur is committed to making this partnership work. But the real question is, how will this impact Hamilton's performance in the next race in China? Shanghai is a track that Hamilton knows extremely well. He has won there 6 times, making him the most successful driver at this circuit in F1 history. However, this time, things will be different. Not only is he driving for Ferrari, but he is also still adjusting to a completely new car philosophy, team dynamics, and of course, radio communication. The key for Hamilton in China will be how well Ferrari implements these communication changes in real time. If they manage to establish a better rhythm on the radio and improve their in-race decision-making, Hamilton could be in for a much stronger performance. However, if the issues from Australia persist, frustration could boil over again, and the pressure will mount even further on Ferrari to get things right. Another factor to watch is how Hamilton compares to his teammate, Charles Leclerc. The Monegasque driver had his own frustrations with the team in Australia, but ultimately finished ahead of Hamilton. As the season progresses, the internal battle at Ferrari will become a crucial storyline. If Leclerc continues to outperform Hamilton, questions will inevitably arise about whether the British driver can truly thrive in Ferrari's system. But if Ferrari fixes the radio issue and optimizes their approach to race strategy, Hamilton could quickly turn things around and prove that he is still a championship-caliber driver, even in a new team. What happens in China will be a pivotal moment in Hamilton's Ferrari journey. If the communication improves and the car performs well, this could be the turning point that sets the tone for the rest of the season. But if the same issues from Australia resurface, the doubts and frustrations will only grow. So now we turn it over to you. Do you think Ferrari will be able to fix Hamilton's communication struggles in time for China? Or will this be an ongoing issue that continues to cost him valuable points? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update on everything happening in Formula One.